All right. Let me further explain since the explanation got circled around over there a little bit and excuses were made. I figured I would just quickly explain because some of you must not have seen what I'm talking about or must not know what I'm talking about. So I will gladly explain. Hey, y'all. I just wanted to quickly address this so you guys could see. The thumbnail is exactly what I'm talking about. I also posted in the community tab. I didn't realize a lot of you guys had not seen this, but I figured it's a great opportunity to discuss why this pisses me off and why it is what it is. I don't give two shits about what they say, what they do. The deflection is real. It is what it is. But yeah, there's been some shady shit going on around here for all along. And it's about time somebody calls it out because these people have been using Sebastian's case as just this fodder. And I'm sorry, but you can look at it yourself. I mean, you tell me. Let's, as a class today, since I'm such an asshole because I confront people and stuff, tips about Sebastian at yahoo.com. What do you think that is? Is that a tip line? Tips about Sebastian at yahoo.com. Is that a tip line? One, if it's a tip line. Two, if it's not a tip line. Hey, Mercedes girl. Hey, Whispers in the Shadows. Love Louie. Chico's the Kool-Aid. Wide open cooter. Mercedes or wide open cooter. I'm so over the bullshit and the gaslighting and the shit starting and the intentional bullshit. It has been just too much. Hey, Rondi. Hey, Elizabeth. Yeah, you notice she didn't answer me asking her about the R word that she likes to throw around either. Yeah, well, that's because I'm not going to say something I don't have proof of. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Polish. Nora, Petty, Toe Beans. Hey, Voices. A little less insane. Well, I don't know if that's it. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. That's a tip line, right? It's a tip line. A tip line's a tip line is a tip line. I don't like when people play games. And I'm sorry, what they did for the blip board's great, wonderful. But the motivation behind it was to outdo Tony and Seth. She was involved in this before there was ever issues with Tony, whatever the alignment, whatever the fuck it is. Like that was all just a distraction. Hey, Texas Blue Bonnet. Hey, Julie, Kathy, Smurfette, Grandma Sherry. I don't know how you can dance around that. Like, I just don't know how you can dance around it or overlook it. I'm going to give the same energy across the board. And if you're playing games in a missing child's case, I'm going to say it like it is. It is what it is. Yeah, fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I don't like those people. I've called them TikTok twits. I mean, there's a live stream going back to shit. Let me tell you. Hold on. I'll tell you when it was. Give me a second. Of them trying to interject themselves, praising T-Rev. Like, it's the same shit. Wash, rinse, repeat. People flip and flop from side to side. I mean, what do you expect? But I just wanted you guys to know what I was talking about because some of you guys had not seen it. And of course, you guys know that I'm not going to say shit without having the proof in my hand of what I'm talking about. I did text it over to Queen, so she has it too. I mean, I have full fucking videos of this shit. Window, and they thought it was perhaps her at the window. I have so much shit in my phone, like so much shit. Okay, let me see. Give me 1 second. They were doing videos over here. Watch later. Where is it? Beyond the Veil. That's not it. My gosh, there's so many new channels grinding on this. It's just fucking wild to me. Okay, so 4 months ago, May 3rd. Oh. So back in May, they were doing videos. I bet you we won't have many people. And they were all up against Tonka girl. Look at the thumbnail. Look at the thumbnail. You'll see what I'm talking about. I popped in and I was like, wait a second. I've been asking these same questions in chats when she's on panel of people. And I was like, no, like nobody will answer me. Nobody will ask her. And I'm like, why the fuck is everybody avoiding this shit? These people have the same intent. It just wash, rinse, repeats. But they were over here May 3rd doing stuff. That's when I first started calling them the TikTok twits. It is what it is. Bad people do good deeds all the time. Abso-fucking-lutely. Voices. Oh, Lord. I just had to go in. I missed a lot of that, so. Queen was like, oh, shit, Becky's coming in hot. Yeah, well, I mean, when you try to circle me around on a tip line, like, what am I supposed to say? I didn't realize so many people. Aries, I tried bouncing out before I got to that point because I could have just kept going because there's a lot more that I know that has happened and a lot more. So I was trying, but I was getting irritated because I can't stand when somebody tries to circle talk me and explain things like that. But I just wanted you guys to know I'm not pulling out of my ass. There is a screenshot in the thumbnail. It's on my community post. That's a tip line. I'm sorry. You're not going to be able to turn it out as anything else. And she just admitted that it was in April, Tony. And then they admitted that Tony didn't even come to TikTok. Like, listen to what she said. Go back and listen to that. When I asked her about the tip line, when that was started, she flat out admits that it was started in April. Tony didn't even start on YouTube until May. Tony wasn't even in the picture until the end of April, beginning of May on YouTube either. So she already had this tip line going, non-tip line, according to her, before Tony was ever in the picture. So I wanted to make sure and establish that that was done on her own accord before Tony and the drama ever got started. And I wanted to make sure that that was just very clear. Just the tip. Kim, exactly. Admit it. Stand on that and say, fuck, I fucked up too. But why are we give energy to Tony and Seth's tip line, like how ridiculous that is, or all these other people, and she's not getting any pushback for that? Chico, I didn't even roast somebody. I went up on Queen's panel and asked Barbecue about this tip line that she had. No, of course not, Mickey, because there's proof of that too. I mean, it is what it is. I wasn't even being mean. I didn't roast nobody. I didn't do nothing. Yeah, Sama, thank you. Like, we stand against that shit, right? We're supposed to stand against that shit across the board. I don't give a shit who it is, what they're bringing. Terry Lynn has been drama since jump. Come on, people. She was causing drama and recording calls and sending them to Nina and doing all this shit. Like, hearing all this stuff now, like, now you just got a bunch of mean girls from TikTok setting up other people to record her. We don't need any proof that she's a fucking liar. She's proven that herself. Kathy, I wasn't even trying to be respectfully. I don't know who you are. That's because I don't fuck with people like you. Period. I love that when people say that, like, I don't know who you are. I don't care if you know who I am or not. Like, yeah, yeah. Voices, right? Yeah, that's all I did, Tonka girl. That's it. That's all I was doing was saying, like, let's just be honest here. Like, don't circle it around here. Be straightforward. Like, it is what it is, right? Own it, take accountability for it, move on. What you did for the blip boards, great, great deed. Deal with that. We can't pick and choose for content purposes. And I'm sorry, she ain't provided nothing of any type of substance over here. There is nothing that she's bringing to the table besides excessive drama. A tip line is a tip line is a tip line. Exactly, SoFlo. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, what if, voices? What if? This is why it's so dangerous. And to even entertain people like this that come into this without any, and I wanted to establish that everybody got that, right? She admitted that this was before Tony came to TikTok. Tony didn't come to TikTok until May. She admitted that she started this non-tip line in April. So there can be no deflection here. That was her own personal agenda. And I'm sorry, but it says flat out. I just got a text back from her. She got my message. She knows too. Like they know I'm not going to say shit without having it all like right in hand. I'm going to be able to pull that shit in 2 seconds. And I sure did. It says tips about Sebastian at yahoo.com. That was started in fucking April, man. Oh, JP. One thing that I came in on the heels of, but I think you were being blamed for calling them a thief. That started on a whole other channel. There's a whole other channel out here that I'm not really familiar with. I hope Kodo sent it to you. That is verbatim calling them thieves, scammers, and liars. And I think that video was put up way before you started even making comments or questioning things. So to put it on you that started off of you questioning them, no, other people were out here calling them that openly. So I think blaming you for them being called that, or you implied that or anything in your wording, no, sir, there's a whole channel out here calling you that openly. I talked about it a little bit yesterday. That's the channel that's also saying something about like $14,000. I don't know where they're getting those numbers either. That's why I just disregarded. But I wanted you to know that there's a whole channel out here that's not you that actually called them that, like flat out said that out of their mouth. And that video was dropped. Let me tell you when it was dropped. Give me 1 second. Because I was like, wait a second here. That's where I came in on the end of that. And I was like, oh, wait, that's not JP that started that. Yeah. JP. Yep. This video was dropped. Hold on. Hello, everyone. This video was dropped on September 13th. And it was, I mean, it flat out says, hold on, let me get to a part where it says thief. I mean, she's made multiple on this, it looks like. But flat out says that they're thieves. This is a new channel to me. I don't know shit about them, but sorry, trying to do this on my phone. So give me a second. I guess I could just pull it up on my. They're talking about circumventing, dropped a cash app. Okay, here.
Circumventing the process is a scammer. If you ever dropped a cash app, if it's on your banner, you are a cheat, you are a liar, you are a thief, you can't be trusted. End up.
There's the wording thief, but there's more in there, and there's names specifically dropped in there too. So just so everybody knows, that got started somewhere else. That's another channel that's addressing that stuff. Yes, AMAC. Yeah, I don't know who she's associated with or what the whole deal is there. She called Duchess predatory, and I was like, whoa, hold on. So yeah, nothing to do with that. Yeah. Hey, Jeff. Yeah, see, that's the thing. There was somebody calling them that, though. Like there is people calling them that, but it was being deflected onto JP, and that's not even where that started. But what I saw was JP was getting blamed for basically saying something that implied that in reality there's other channels out here just blatantly saying that. That's what I was trying to correct in the chat, was even if they feel some sort of way, no, there's a whole other channel out here saying that. That's Shelby Ray. If you question anything, you are scolded and told you're against Sebastian. Why deflect onto the missing child? Leanne, that's a crazy thing. So if you question anything, and it's a group effort. So everybody has their little communities that amp them up, fire them up. And then if they don't want to answer questions, they just deflect. And to me, these are grown ass adults. Like, I'm sorry, there's no hand holding needed here. And none of this is Sebastian's fault. None of this is Sebastian's parents' fault. They didn't ask for any of this shit. Yeah, Jeff, that's weird to me. Transparency to me. And I think one thing that we all probably learned out of this whole situation is to do it in like a separate situation. So start a PayPal pool. So everything going into that one situation, if somebody does this in the future, they do all of it. So everything that goes into that specific area can just be screen recorded and shown of all of the solid transactions. I know, like for Duchess, she's screenshotted them. So people are pissed. Well, there's other cash apps and stuff that went in that are not for the blip boards that have attachments. I'm sure of that. So why is she going to add all of that in when it says this is specifically for you? I've sent that to creators, like, here's for this part, then here's for you in a separate one with a different memo too. So I don't know. It's just crazy to me. Yeah, voices. I've heard a lot of people talking about that. Yeah, it's scary when you're told not to question anything, but that's all I wanted to show you guys was that, yes, I have 100% proof of what I'm saying. It's a tip line. A tip line is a tip line is a tip line. There's no coming around that. I wanted to establish when that was. I was I was kind of shocked that she admitted that it was in April before. I know, Jeff, I know. Well, she didn't even call him that though. Like, that's the crazy thing. She was just saying, like, transparency from start to finish is necessary. And it is. It is. That's why, I mean, there's Tiffers. Tiffers added a whole $1,000 onto Duchess's stuff. If you have questions for Duchess, ask her. She'll be transparent. If you donated and have questions, please go ask her. Feel free. Like, she'll have a conversation with you. But this weird whole situation, and it was used as a personal attack to dox her and further. And now they're making memes of me and doing the most, like, keep on keeping on. Like, I don't give a fuck. There needs to be transparency. That's why when she said Duchess was nervous, no, she wasn't. She just put it all in a video. There you go. But they're adding shit onto it that didn't include. And then it's just a huge fucking mess. It is what it is. Mercedes girl, absolutely. But I think people, if they do it in the future, they are going to hopefully separate it out. Like, there needs to be something, some sort of organization that does that, like a 501c3 that we can all donate to, that's legit, that does things like that, I don't know. It's always messy when money gets involved. So yeah. Yep. 100%, Remy. That's why. Yep. I think there should be transparency. And that's why I was glad when Duchess laid hers out the way she did and did it. But I also don't expect, like, I'm also realistic. Like, I don't expect her to do a screen recording and include money that was sent to her individually for support of her versus for the blip boards too. So I'm also realistic, but I also just donate instead of collecting. That's me. But I think transparency is needed all the way across the board. Yeah, crazy how that happened. Crazy how it happened. I was shocked and stunned to hear some of the things that were being said to JP. I was really shocked by that. Hey, Duchess. Hey, Peg. Yeah. Yep. It is what it is. There's just, I mean, the use of God knows what I do. God knows in my heart. The fuck out of here. That is faith manipulation. I was stunned by that. I was like, no, the fuck she did not. That didn't just happen. It did. It happened too. I was like, okay, this is why I don't fuck with these people. And I said I wouldn't go on panel, but sorry, it is what it is. Like, I broke my own rule. I went up on panel because I wanted to ask the question, and I'm not going to let somebody sit there all day and me not answer my own questions. Yeah, crazy. Anywho, Spiked Mountain Dew, if you were one of the ones, there was a lot of people that thought I was just pulling this out of my ass and like making shit up. The thumbnail and in my community post are exact screenshots. Well, she was live, so they can't say it wasn't her account or anything either, of the non-tip line. So I just wanted to be clear with everybody. I'm not pulling shit out of my ass. I'm not just making shit up. This is why I don't fuck with those people. This is why they don't know who I am, because I don't insert myself. I don't want nothing to do with them. Terry Lynn's been a liar all along. You can have your opinions on what you think barbecue is, because there you go. She got caught with their pants around her ankles on that one. I mean, it's pretty clear to see a tip line for Sebastian. I mean, the fucking email address is. You notice how everybody got real quiet though? B Tim's like, oh fuck, that's just nonsense. That's just nonsense. Like, poor B Tim. The tip line, non-tip line, is tipsaboutsebastian@yahoo.com. I mean, you tell me. You tell me. Oh, tips about Sebastian. I don't want to listen to myself double. So, oh yeah, I got that wide open cooter too. I was like, you know exactly who I am. B Tim, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come in hot though. I really didn't. I was going to come in and I was just asking a question. I know. I get ignored a lot. Yeah, sorry. I'm just going to ask the question. Exactly, curious. It's not that hard. Like, it's not that hard. It's truly not that hard. They were over here. I mean, we can go back and review one of their videos of them back over here on May, in the beginning of May, trying to get attention off this. It is what it is. Oh, Duchess, you know what? Don't apologize. You did what you thought was right. I'm sorry that all this stuff is. And if people would come to you and just ask you, you will answer their questions. Like, that's one thing I know about you, is if they come to you, like, that could have been done so differently. But the one part of it with Tiffany Marie was a whole different ball game. Like, that was just a sideshow personal attack. Revival, I took panel over at Queens and asked Barbecue about her tip line. She said it's not a tip line. She also admitted that she started the non-tip line in April, and then admitted that Tony didn't even come to TikTok until May. So she had this non-tip line that is called tipsforsebastian@yahoo.com, but it's not a tip line, before they even knew who Tony was. So there's that. I'm just fair across the board. If I'm going to have the same energy for the people that have created tip lines on Seth's side, I'm going to have it for people that are inserting themselves on this side. It is what it is. I'm going to have the same energy. I didn't appreciate, like, JP was just asking questions on transparency from what I saw, and she was being gaslit all over. Like, her words were being twisted and turned, and there's actually channels out here calling them thieves. So there's that too. Anywho, Mimi, don't worry, I'll get the same. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to ask a question I fucking don't have in my hands of, okay, this is why I'm asking this. Yeah, crazy. Okay. Oh, and one other thing, I've been getting questioned or asked, like, what did I interpret from what Chris said? Chris has been asking for the same thing all along. I don't know where people are just now hearing it, but Chris has been asking for people to stop pointing fingers at the parents, Seth included, from jump. That's why this assumption that he was tight or concocting a lot of this stuff, or they've been paying people to do this stuff to Seth or say these things about Seth, has always been something that I've had a problem with, because to my knowledge, that has never happened. Chris has always been very transparent about wanting the drama to stop and pushing back on that. Like, they just want the facts on the case, which are very minimal, and awareness for Sebastian. They just want their son home. So nothing he said the other day is new. In my opinion, they've been saying that all along. They don't like when Seth is gone at, because it's a sideshow that doesn't help anything. They've been very clear from jump on what they've said. They also know that I'm not true crime, that I'm not an awareness channel, so they don't expect anything. If they want something differently, they know how to ask me. They know I'm a correcting misinformation and pushing back on the facts. That's a huge thing. If we want the facts out there, we got to push out and keep on top of the rumors, unfortunately. And these people are just concocting them day after day. It is what it is. But people will not, the true crime creators that say that they're about the facts and the details have done way too much. And they have been all along. Chris has been asking for this all along. Yep, exactly. The parents have been very specific. Like they found, they've been saying the exact same things all along. They just want awareness and focus on the facts for Sebastian. You can have your opinions, you can do what you want, you can think what you want, but accusing them and concocting all these rumors and speculation is not helpful. And law enforcement, they are very trusting in law enforcement. And once again, if you listen to what they said, they've been very clear. They're working with law enforcement. They're very happy with what law enforcement is doing. They want the drama and the finger pointing even at Seth, because at the end of the day, that's Sebastian's father. That's what he's been asking all along. They want their son home, no matter how many pictures are painted about what horrible people they are. That's been the baseline. They've always wanted their son home, and they've always wanted this other bullshit to stop. It affects these people. These are real lives. Yeah, Natalie, 100%. Yep, 100%. They just want it to be factual basis, and that's why, I will continue to push back on the rumors and speculation if we can try to head them off and keep it the facts. No, these are the facts. This is what you're saying, but this is the actual facts. Thor, yeah, that's not going to happen. It wouldn't be drama then. Anywho. Oh, was there, Donna? I didn't even see that about. Ugh. But any questions about the tip line, the non-tip line? Anybody have any questions for me? I don't want to be on here. I got to go to Nordstrom Rack. I don't want to go shopping, and I got to go shopping. I got to go try pants on, and I don't want to. I hate buying jeans. Oh, Jeff, I didn't hear that part. What? 6,500 is pocket change? Jesus. I guess two people that work their asses off and don't have, in this economy, okay, sure. That's tone deaf, if I've ever heard it. Yeah, Chico, it's not going to stop. Yeah, Remy, right? It's good to see you too, Jeff. So good to see you. Go pantless, reduce stress. I might. I know I hate pants shopping. I was going to order them online, but I don't even, some of my pants are I'm not going to tell my sizes because then I'll just sound like Molly and it'll be a whole thing. And Tiffany's out here making memes of me. By the way, Tiffany, if you're going to try to shame me, can we stop trying to shame me by diminishing an entire community of people? If you want to come at me, but you can leave out special needs individuals. That's again a reflection of how ignorant you are and what a low, grimy piece of crap you are. Trying to come at me and shame me, do that. Just leave anybody with special needs out of it. That didn't need to happen because you're a liar that lies. Do all the things. But next time you fucking do Photoshop on me and stuff, can you at least inflate one of my boobs so they're even? Can you? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And transgender. Yeah, that it's a constant thing they try to come at me and they come at a complete communities of people that I do not represent. And it's really offensive to those communities. I don't take offense to it. I can laugh at the shit, but I'm not laughing because it offends entire communities. Fucking stupid. But at least inflate my one tata, because the one tata is a little bit deflated versus the other. So, you fixed my shoulders and pulled them back and everything. Can you do that for me next time? Just inflate the one a little bit bigger. Just the one. Yeah, crazy. Crazy. Yeah, and the whole rumor of the pants stuff, those pants, they're creating a lot of unnecessary rumors and speculation that Thor, But whose jockstrap is that? Kyle hasn't worn a jockstrap. Babe, do you even have such a thing laying around here? Do you have a jockstrap? When was the last time we had a jockstrap anywhere around the house?
1991.
Kyle says he hasn't had a jockstrap laying around the house since 1991. And I was only 8 years old at that time. So, I mean, they could have at least used my mullet picture. Like, that would have been a little bit more shameful than my tatas page. You guys are so much. I don't know. I don't know why we have the same energy. Like, but I'm telling you, she'll be used for content just like the rest of them pretty soon. So, absolutely, Nisi. It's ridiculous. But I'm not the one. Like, you want to mock my looks and stuff. Like, I'm very content, people. You don't have to look at me if you don't want to. I just find it hysterical because they went and found that like 2-second clip of me showing my bikini top in that video. Like, tell me you're not fucking fixated. Thank you, Brantley. Jeff. Revival. I don't want that on my head then. Who knows how long that's been out there? I mean, come on, people. Jeff said he needs a picture of you in the jockstrap now. No. Kyle says no. He's not obliging. All right, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I just had to shut down the narrative of nonsense just starting shit because I knew that was coming because I know who she's associated with. I know who summoned her over here for more drama and more bullshit. I know how it's all working, but there you go. There's your tip line, non-tip line, nonsense, just pulling shit out of her ass again over here. So banana hammock, Jeff. That's what he's got, a banana hammock. Maybe I'll sneak a picture this weekend when we're at the races in his thong banana hammock.
I do?
Yeah. He just gave me the weirdest look. Oh, Duchess is live in 15 minutes, you guys. Please go check that out. It is actually an important live with a family of a missing. So please go check that out. Go support the things that matter and have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. I'll just be over here going through my receipts, seeing what else I want to call people up to the carpet on and causing more shit, because that's what I like to do. I don't know how I got such a reaction. I saw all my lovely fans in the comment section. Fucking nonsense. She's just a drama channel. Nonsense is stupid. Nonsense is no sense. Nonsense is this. I'm like, hey, bitches, stay pressed. Oh, Lord bless it. Yeah. It's not that hard. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, here's the memo. It's not that hard to be a decent human being. It's really not that hard to not do fuck shit, like create a non-tip line that's called Tips for Sebastian as a grown-ass adult and interject yourself as a character in a missing child's case. Like, it's really not that hard. In fact, I think it's harder to be a piece of shit that thinks that's normal. I think it's harder to be in the whole, that's not normal behavior. Not at all normal behavior. JP, you too. JP, it's hot here. I'm ready for some snow. It's supposed to be in the 80s in Vegas next week, and I'm so excited. Oh. All right, you guys. It costs $0 not to be a disgusting, awkward nerd. 100%. And again, I encourage you guys, ask her about that R word, because obviously, girls and boys, ladies and gentlemen, her devices started stuttering when I called her on that. So anyways, have a good day. Bye, y'all.